Well, we've warned you. We've told you. We've said this will happen. And it's coming. It is coming. So pour yourself something strong or something with a lot of caffeine in it. Because let me tell you, we're about to delve into the end of the Arrowverse. You know, the Zaslav bloodbath at Discovery Warner is coming, at a feverish pace. I mean, it's coming a lot faster. We've seen the end of CNN Plus. We're beginning to see the end of scripted shows on TBS and TNT. We already see that the Last OC, that has been canceled. We expect Chad to be canceled. American Dad is on that list. Snowpiercer and a couple of others. We're expecting on that. We expect stuff from Adult Swim, Cartoon Network. And, we expected the CW to be sold off soon to Nexstar, most likely. Or, you never know, Zaslav may turn around and rebuild the network. But we have said this in the past. We said the dwindling ratings on a lot of these shows, why are these shows still on? These shows should have been canceled long ago. And guess what? This past week, Friday, we had some cancellations. And one of them was the one I said, and everyone said the most should have been canceled after season 1. And that is, however you want to pronounce it, Batwoman. The Batwoman, after 3 seasons, Batwoman has been canceled. Thank God for that. You can't say any more for that show. It was the most atrocious show after they lose their lead actress in season 1 due to however issues you want to talk, however it was, still was lost. They tried to recover from it, hired another actress, and then the script just went totally insane after that, wondering when will they freaking pull the plug. I mean, you're talking a show that was on literal life support, where even a doctor in a hospital says, let me pull the plug if you can't pull it, because this show needed to go. We've seen the videos from Az and everyone else about this show, how much of a shit show this woke piece of shit was. And finally, we get the deal. Zaslav finally cancels this thing, even before the CW sale. I mean, there's a slew of shows on there that needs to go. This was the top one that needed to go. And this is just the beginning. I mean, I said in the past, if they wanted to do a Batwoman show, and if they wanted to do it properly, the best way they could have done it is they could have gone to the animated movie, Mystery of the Batwoman. They could have had 3 Batwomen, and the show would have been diverse just on that alone. If that's what they were thinking of and they wanted to do it that way. If you haven't seen Mystery of the Batwoman, the animated, it's a decent movie. Not the best one of the animated movies, but it was a decent one. A good concept. I highly recommend go back and watch a lot of these ones that you don't hear too much about on the animated, and you might find a gem or two in there, a good storyline that not perfect, but it was well worth the watch. This one happened to be one of them. This could have been introduced into a live action. It would have worked, but of course they just want and I keep pulling this up. This sheet that they keep throwing around the writer's room, inclusion and equity and all, this is Hays Code 2.0. When someone tells you in Hollywood, you have to hire this, one, and you have to hire that one, and this and that. That is not entertaining the customer. That is basically politics. And this is what happened in the 30s and 30s to late 60s with basically the Hays Code era. There were do's and don'ts. Here we got again do's and don'ts. This is why I keep saying the MPAA, the Oscar Academy, all these organizations, they need to go. They need to be purged for this reason. This is why we have crappy TV shows. And here's the other half of the storyline on there. Not only Batwoman got canceled, another one on my list, which I knew had to be canceled at any time soon, and especially the way it ended this season, is DC's Legends of Tomorrow.
Bring out your date! Bring out your date!
How could you create a show that started out so good and just, next to Batwoman, crash after 2 seasons? I mean, they tried everything in the world, pull in every secondary superhero they can get from the DC universe to throw into the series. I mean, they ended the series having Booster Gold, and they had him race swapped. I mean, holy shit. I mean, this was, it just turned into a piece of shit. And this series lasted, what was it, 7 seasons? 6 seasons? 7 seasons. 7 seasons this show has gone on, and it just got worse and continuing to get worse by the episode. Now, what does that mean for the rest of the Arrowverse? What do we have left? Well, I'm expecting Naomi to get canceled because that is still on the chopping block itself. As far as Stargirl, the new season is coming. Hard to say if they will, because they could cancel it. It's the same thing what happened with Chad and TBS. Right now, that's up in the air, Chad, because it's been shelved right now. But I expect cancellation on that. Stargirl is a decent show. I think it needs to be brought back to the Warner end to maintain the quality of the show, because if you look at season 1 versus season 2, the quality of season 1 is much better than season 2, because when season 2 went to CW Productions, it just became problematic. There were certain things. I mean, it was decent, but it became problematic at certain points on there. Superman and Lois, still going to continue as far as we know. The ratings are still decent per se, but they are in that little tent issue where they can go in either direction, similar to Legends of Tomorrow situation, which that's what I'm worried about, because Superman and Lois started so strong. It is a great idea. The way they've done this show, it works properly, but they're having a little bit of issues on that as well. The Flash, expect next season to be the end. I mean, literally, The Flash is pretty much the end of the series. So what does that leave? It's pretty much the Arrowverse is done. Now, Zaslav plans to sort of shuffle around and rebuild the DC entertainment business and probably the comic book business as well. What is he going to do? I have no idea as of yet. It could go either way. He could be their savior, or it could be ending up to be Darkseid and just literally will destroy this entire franchise within itself and bury it in a lot of peat moss as well. And you got to ask yourself, as far as the renewals, we know All Americans coming back, Flash, Kung Fu is definitely coming back. Nancy Drew, which should be canceled, that's coming back. Riverdale, another one that should be canceled, is supposedly been renewed. Superman and Lois and Walker, those are the ones that are coming back. Now, 4400, I expect a cancellation notice soon. All American Homecoming, probably most likely will be canceled as well. Dynasty, why hasn't this been canceled yet? And it's in its 5th season. Charmed should be canceled. Legacy should be canceled. In the Dark most likely will get a pickup again. Roswell needs to go as well. I mean, the CW network is just really a piece of garbage as far as the programming. If Zasloff is smart enough, and I say this again, Superman and Lois and Stargirl should be pulled away from the CW network and brought over to HBO Max, where the production money is a little higher, and they might be able to do something better with the writing on there. And I say, go hire Paul Dini. Please, go out there. We just lost Neil Adams, R.I.P. Neil Adams. I mean, I would have say gone to Neil at this point, but oh my God, we just lost him this week. And that's a shame on there. Rest in peace, Neil Adams, one of the great comic book men in the business. But like I said, there are other guys who are in the business that are still here, good writers. Get them on the staff. Rebuild the DC universe, both comics and the TV series on there. You have the ability, David Zaslav, out there, especially the animated series on there. Those are the series that brought in fans heavily. I mean, I still love Gods and Monsters, such a great series. Mask of the Phantasm, Sub-Zero, Mystery of the Batwoman. There's so many movies that they've done throughout the years that were excellent as animated. Maybe you'd rather spend it on animated. It might work out better for you price-wise as far as budgets on there. So, rest in peace, Batwoman. Rest in peace, Legends of Tomorrow. You deserve it. Here's a little dirt on top of you. That's it. Done. Let's get these other shows canceled as well.
Go.